Good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, Divine Feminine. I apologize for the delay in your reading for this week, but nonetheless, we are all here. And let's see your energies around this portion in time, starting from the 13th of December until the next couple of days. I will be doing another reading for the twins shortly, and then we can go from there and see to catch up with all the energies around you. So let's look at your energy at this point. We'll break down this reading so that we can get a clear idea about your situation as well. Let's call upon our spirit guide, our angel, our ancestors, and my divine source into this reading for you, Divine Feminine. And let's see what your current energy around this portion in time is talking about. We have a card that's fallen off. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know if I should take this, but it says kite. But maybe there is something in your life that you're trying to eliminate, but we'll go once again because the card just fell out. So let's see your current energy in here. So if what they might be telling you, what's your current energy, Divine Feminine? Let's see. What's the current energy? Letter. Okay. What is your fear? What's the fear with regards to this letter? What's the fear here? Anchor. Okay. And what is your blessing? Let's see that. What's the blessing for you, Divine Feminine? Birds. Okay. All right. And then let's move on to the next part, which is talking about your environment, okay? That would be your 3D energy, your environment. What's your environment talking about around this portion in time? House, okay. What's Spirit's guidance to you? Let's see. What is Spirit trying to tell you here? What's Spirit's guidance to you? What is Spirit trying to tell you here? Fox and child, okay. And the last but not the least would be an outcome, a probable outcome in your case in here. What's your probable outcome? Let's see. What's the probable outcome that you could be looking at, or that energy could be working towards your situation? Tree. Okay. Rider. Okay, the bottom is the rider. It is, okay, the gentleman, the rider, the dog, the rods. Okay, and then ship. Okay. So there has been, we all know that in this situation, there has been a lot of problems, okay? A lot of problems that you guys have been facing for a long time, Divine Feminine, right? A lot of problems with regards to your stability factor, more so, okay? With regards to your security, your home, your stability, your relationship, your love, everything, where there has been a lot of problems that you guys have been facing. Okay, And then you get the ship. So what they are telling you, that the problems are slowly moving away from your life, whatever the problems that has been going on, right? And dog, which is talking about loyalty, which is talking about friendship, which is talking about bringing back harmony, balance into your relationship, into your life. The gentleman and the rider, right? Coming with some kind of news, a message that talks about the divine masculine. So he's waiting to give you some news. He's waiting to talk to you. He's waiting to bring in some kind of a good message for you, right? And with that kite that we saw right in the beginning, I said to you, it also talks about the fact that, you have to understand divine feminine, that you have to let go. You have to let go of a lot of problems, even that you are holding in yourself, in order to receive some new situation, new message, new news, whatever that could be in your case with regards to your divine masculine story here. Okay, so the first energy is the letter. So we are looking at your energy, your personal energy is probably that you want to say something, you want to communicate that to someone, you want to talk about something in your life, um, about situations in general, right? Not just in writing, maybe just verbal communication as well. For some of you, for some, it could be just communication in any shape and form, right? So you want some opening to a situation here, is more what I'm getting. You want to know, you want some kind of clarity here from this situation, because you, like I said, you have been going through an unstable situation that we all know, we all are aware of. So you want to know, that letter is talking about some kind of clearing out of situations. So that is where your personal energy is coming up on the surface. Let's look at the letter here. And you're feeling a little bit trapped in your head as well with regards to the situation, because you're not sure if you can find clarity. You're thinking about it, you are feeling a little bit restless with your situation, because like I said, you want to know what is going on, but you're not finding some kind of clarity, right? That gives you more clearance, that gives you more of an insight into the whole story. So yeah, observer, because there are a lot of things that you have questions on, and you want answers to those situations, right? Before you eventually take action to move out of that situation and into a new direction into your life. So it's basically you're looking for because it's an action that isn't waiting, right? What I'm getting right now, it's an action that you want to take, but you are not very clear about the whole situation as of now. See, here you appear divine feminine, right? Whether you're trying to understand, right? You're trying to understand what you need to do now. You are a little bit in that situation where it feels to you that you don't have any clarity, and even if you want to move, right, even if you want to refocus on your own path in your life, it's like getting a closure. It's like knowing that you're doing the right thing before you eventually take on towards a new direction that you are looking towards for, right? So it's like that energy where you are feeling very restless about the whole situation, because you don't know whether you should leave or you should stay, what you should do. in your own way, right? Please talk to me about the observer, refocus, and action. Because on one hand, you want to go, you want to move. On the other hand, you're, uh, you know, should I or shouldn't I? That kind of an energy. Because you have a lot of questions that you still don't have an answer to, right? The Three of Wands, yeah. Because see, the thing is, it's also a divine timing, right? And the star. Um, that that there is a lot of healing that you need to do in this situation as well. Because there are a lot of things that is moving towards you, but you have to understand that patience is also your virtue at this point. You need some patience in order to work on this energy. So if you're impatient over this situation, you will not be able to get your answers, right? So you have to wait. There are opportunities coming in your way. Some of you probably want to change locations, move out of a situation, take a different direction in your life, right? But the thing is over here, the Six of Pentacles, okay, you also want a balance, because what you're looking for at this point in time is bringing back some kind of balance into your life as well, not just with the twin. It's also your own personal energy that you want to, you want to be happy with, you want to know, you want to understand, right? And also create back, because you feel that that energy is here, right? Where there has been a lot of disbalance, and you're trying to lift that restriction in your life, and you're trying to understand that you have to wait, you have to be patient in yourself for that right moment to come, where things will be balanced. But the energy is that you're restless, you're feeling that energy within you. Please talk to me about the Six of Pentacles, because you want to know if this relationship, if your life, because you could be feeling disbalanced in your own life, since you're not being able to move, you're not being able to do hard work ahead. Yeah, you know, you're working very hard, even for yourself. You want to work hard. You want to continue working hard. But at the end of the day, you also want to work hard for the balanced bird. Yeah, news is on the way. Yeah, there is some kind of a communication that you are waiting for, right? You're waiting for to hear something, to know something more, that probably is creating that kind of a little bit of desperation, call it frustration. It's like you don't know what you should be doing, right? Because you might be having a lot of work that you will have to put in your life as well. So you should know, it's like you should know what you're doing with your own energy here. Because definitely, even if you're moving, or you're trying to move, or you're getting out of a situation, there is work ahead for you. So you have to wait for some news in here, which is that energy that is telling me that you have to be a little bit patient in here. Okay. Now your fear is the anchor. Okay. Because your fear, divine feminine, could be that otherwise you could get stuck in this situation forever, and you will not be able to move, and you will not be able to move out of that karma that you are going through at this point. So your fear is that you don't want to get stuck, right? You don't want to get stuck. But you have to understand, that's where they told you, right? That you have to understand this situation which you're trying to, and have the patience in yourself. Because your fear is that if you are not going to take action on this situation, you have a lot of work ahead of you as well in your own personal life in order to bring back a balance. So until you're aware of your path, You will not be able to do that, right? But at the same time, you have questions, you are curious about the whole situation. So you want a, clarity. It's a very simple. You want a clarity before you eventually decide to do what you want to do with the situation. But your fear is that it shouldn't take long, because the more you are in that situation, your fear is the less time you will get, right? And you feel kind of stuck in that situation. Please talk to me about the anchor. And this is your fear, right? This is where you're fearing that if nothing happens, if you don't get your answers, yeah, see, settling, you will not be able to settle yourself as well, right? And you will settle in that old karmic situation. Yeah, see, victim, where again you will be tied down to that old situation. So your fear is very legit. That's what I'm trying to say here. And you want the answer before you do anything. You want a closure to that situation. But your fear is that if you don't receive something from the other side of the fence, then you will be again stuck in that situation. That's your fear. Please talk to me about settling here. And you don't want to be, because that's making you feel restless, right? That's making you feel restless. You want to know what's going on. What is that you're looking at for your own future? Settling. So it is a little bit of a problematic energy at this point, guys, is what I'm getting. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, see? Because you want to begin something new in the tangible world, right? And that also could be with your finances, with your money, with your own productivity, with your new house, anything, right? But thing is that if you're not able to move out of that situation, you won't get an answer to what you really need to do. The Fool. Yeah, you want to keep your spirits up. You are telling yourself that it's all going to be fine, but the fear is there, right? The fear is there that you don't know whether you will be able to jump the gun, more so, right? And take a call on this situation, because for you, there is a lot of work for you as well, where you have to put in a lot of effort to build something new in your own life as well, right? So that is, of course, worrying you. The Ace of Pentacles, please. That's, of course, a cause of worry in your situation. So you want to be clear. You don't want to leave the situation and run, but at the same time, you also have to have some kind of clarity. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. It's about your own satisfaction. It's about your own commitment. It's about your own happiness, right? And you're not clear about that situation. And that's your fear that this will not happen and that you will get stuck in that situation forever, right? Please talk to me about the Ten of Cups, because you definitely want happiness. Yeah, Sun. And Spirit is saying happiness and well-being is there. So, you have to understand, right, that this is a situation that is causing you to be disturbed more so, right? Everything will be fine, but thing is that, again, like I said, you have to wait for the time, right? The time is very important, very crucial. And I have told this over many readings, that as much as we try to do things thinking that things are in our control, we have the audacity to do things we don't. We have to depend on the universal timing, right? So once the time is here, you will be able to work hard to bring back that balance in your life. But again, the question is, as human beings, we are not clear about the situation. So it's kind of causing that energy in you at this point, where you're feeling, because see, again, Your blessing is birds. You're feeling that energy, you're feeling restless. So, your blessing is that you have to understand the situation and don't be afraid. That's what they're telling you here. Things are moving, things will expand, right? But your restlessness is that why is it not expanding right now? Why is it not happening right now? Why do I have to wait for that? But your blessing is telling you that things are happening for your own good, right? This energy is telling you that whatever the timing is happening is there is a reason. There is a reason. It's probably not the exact time at this point. That's where universe is holding you back, right? But again, the energy is restlessness. So your blessing is that things are moving, things are expanding in your favor towards your happiness and well-being. But you have to understand, if you kind of fret and fume and you kind of get angry and restless with your own self, it's not going to help you. That's what they're saying. So the blessing they're trying to tell you is that everything is coming to its rightful place. Again, it's the timing. Please talk to me about the birds. So that's where the kite showed up, that you have to get rid, you have to cut that energy off. Birds, yeah, mute. Yeah, because there is silence. So the blessing is in the silence. If you are going to talk right now, if there is too much of communication, see, the divine masculine shows up, right? He's working towards a healing, towards this devotion, towards this communication again, right? But you have to give it time. So even if you are worried about why he's not talking to you, why is there silence, so what is he thinking, what is he doing, I want to know, I want to hear, I want to. If you keep doing that, then it's not going to work in your favor. So the silence is your blessing. It's good if there is silence at this point, maybe once or twice you guys talk or you communicate over the text or whatever that is, right? It doesn't matter, but there is a reason why the silence is on, because he needs time to heal from the energy as well. He needs time to heal, to expand. He needs time to understand where his devotion lies. So it's a matter of him doing that groundwork right now, right? And if you're going to push him and if you're going to ask him for answers at this point in time, he will not be able to give you the answers because he's working on his own energy. You have to understand that, guys. So you have to be patient. Things are moving. So if you are restless and if you are angry, if you are feeling that, that push, why things are not moving, why is he not coming towards you, why is he not talking to you, why is he not explaining himself, it's not going to work. Please talk to me about the mute. So the blessing is in the silence, because silence speaks louder than words, right? So you have to understand what the silence is doing for both you guys at this point. The Four of Cups and the Star, right? Where there is an apathy of emotion, loss of emotion. So in order to heal from that loss of emotion that has happened in this journey, the silence is required, right? Because if there is too much of communication, there will be another fight, right? When there is too much of exchange of words between the two of you, it's going to create another problem for you. So silence is your blessing. So don't fret and fume over that silence. Don't get restless over that energy. There is a reason why there is a silence, because there is a lot of healing that he is doing and you need to do as well, because there is a loss of emotion from both ends. So both of you need to be quiet for some time. Excuse the noise, guys. I think they're vacuuming the floor outside, right? So this is where they are trying to tell you that you have to keep your patience. Things are moving in your direction. Providence is working towards. This is your blessing, right? This is your blessing, that whatever the missed opportunities have been in your life, there has to be that gap that has to be filled up again, right? So for that gap to be filled up again, that silence is required, where both of you can understand each other better now, and why things have happened and what is the reason behind that, right? Please talk to me about the Four of Cups and the Star. So this is precisely what they are trying to tell you here, Divine Feminine. So the destiny is working for you. That's your blessing, right? Destiny is working for you. Don't feel sad about the whole situation. There is a reason. Yeah, see, you show up, the Queen of Cups. You have to remain cool and composed with your emotion. That's what they're telling you here. You have to remain cool and composed with your emotion. Don't do anything that will create back a situation of problems for you or for him. So you have to be emotionally very composed at this point in time. That's what they're saying. So if you let your emotions run out and you get that emotional disbalance, that's not going to help you. Please talk to me about the Queen of Cups. So that's where they are telling you, keep your patience, keep your emotions in check. Don't get worried about this situation. Changes in your life. Yeah, Moon. Because there are changes happening. So that's your blessing. So you have to be very cool, very composed in your emotional power. Don't purge all the time. Don't cry out. Don't be in tears. That's your blessing. There is a reason to why things are happening around you at this point in time, but you have to understand what the energies are talking about for you in your favor. Things are happening for you in your favor. So, you know what? Changes are happening, right? And when changes happen, it takes, like I said before, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen in a month. It is a long process for things to settle down. So you need to settle in your energy as well, right? That is important for you, Divine Feminine. You need to be calm. You need to be composed. You need to work with your own energy. You need to keep that emotional balance in yourself, right? And there could be, that pull where you're feeling lonely, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed. You don't have to. Your blessing is here. Changes are happening, okay? Now, in your environment house, that's talking about some kind of a stability, right? That could be a new stability, that could be an old foundation. It can be anything for anybody, but some kind of stability in your environment, right? The changes are happening towards your environment, towards your stability in life. Let's see. Please talk to me about the house. What is the house talking about? Let's see. Grief, yeah. Yeah. Your shadow side has a lot of grief about some kind of stability in your life, material world, that you're feeling deprived of at this point in time. But there are changes. There are changes. So your shadow energy is telling you that you don't have that stability. And there is a lot of grief and disappointment over that situation, that you feel that you should have been stable by now, right? That is the energy here. But this is a very shadow energy that you're feeling, that you might not be expressing to other people, but it's there in you. Please talk to me about the grief here. Right? The Three of Pentacles, yeah. Again, it's a teamwork. It's collaboration, right? The Nine of Wands. Right? It's something that you want, but you're not sure. If this person, the Divine Masculine, can leave an old situation, to create a stability in your life? Is he determined? Does he have that strength? Can he fight those people that he has in his life? There are questions. There are questions you have over this situation, whether at all in your environment, whether at all you feel that you don't know if this person can really fight till the end over this situation to bring back a teamwork with you and create back that stability. Does he have that strength to do that? Does he have that willpower to do that? Can he do that? You have questions. You have questions. Or is he being stubborn? And is he hanging on to the old situation as he has been doing before? You don't know, right? So your grief is about your foundation. Whether at all the situation will be able to come to a place of stability, you don't know. Yeah, the Hierophant. Whether at all there will be a commitment here. Whether at all you guys can get together and build a teamwork or do a teamwork. Does he have that strength? Does he have that confidence? Is he capable? You have these questions, right? These are the questions you have. Remember, I told you. Does he have that ability to prove his confidence back to you? And in your subconscious, you're feeling very bad about the situation because you feel that your stability is under a lot of loss. There's a lot of grief in you about this situation. Please talk to me about the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. You have questions over this situation because you don't know. You're not being able to trust the fact, the King of Cups, whether at all he can be diplomatic and emotionally intelligent enough to bring back the teamwork in here. Yeah, the Lovers. Does he want you at all? Is he in love with you? Is he able to fight for you? You have that question about that whole stability factor. Please talk to me about the King of Cups. So in your environment, you are kind of feeling that sense of both money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall. Yeah. Whereas he can be looking at the money part of the story. He could have either a lot of money or he could have lost a lot of money, right? So, okay. So in your environment, guys, it's all about your stability that you're worried about. Grief, right? That you're worried about. You're definitely not sure. And you are, in your shadow energy, you're feeling that sense, where the Three of Pentacles, you wanted a teamwork, right? You want a teamwork. You still probably want a teamwork in here. But again, he has been hanging on to a certain teamwork before where he has been stubborn about the whole situation. He didn't want to break away from it. So you are worried about his confidence and his strength in here. Whether at all he can let go of that situation and bring back that love. But, because thing is here, guys, is that there is a money situation here, right? Both, where he can either, if he leaves, okay, this is what I'm getting. The thing about him is that if he leaves that situation, he can either lose money or make more money if he goes forward. So the choice is here for him. There is a choice here. But you have questions of whether he is getting into the boat to make the right choice for you. right? Because as far as he's concerned, he's worried about his finances. So he knows that if he leaves that old situation, if he leaves an old job, an old relationship, an old teamwork, whatever the teamwork he had been building up, if he leaves that and he sails out, right, there could be a loss of property, there could be a loss of money. Or if he moves in a different direction towards you, there is every chance that he can win back the entire loss of whatever that he is going to lose. So there is a choice in here for him. And you're worried about whether he can make the right, yeah, see, the bottom is spiritual love. Yeah, whether he can move towards you or whether he gets stuck in that old situation, you're not sure. So your environment is a little bit difficult because he will have to make a choice depending on his situation of what he is going to get, because there is every chance that if he leaves the old situation that he has at this point, right, and fights for you or walks towards you, leaving that situation, bringing back the determination to, to bring back that love in the story, but there is a risk involved. He can lose everything. Or if he takes the right course, whatever he will lose with certain people or certain situation, he can make that up by being with you. So the environment is a little bit dicey at this point for you and for him both, right? Where somebody will now have to take a call on the situation here. So the environment is talking about this. Now, your spirit guidance, right? What is your spirit guidance, Fox? The reason this is happening, let me tell you, you could be feeling sad about your own loss of stability, guys, which is totally understandable. Okay. But the reason why he is thinking like this is because there is somebody in his life who is a fox and who has taught him some kind of lesson before. It's a fox. They don't show their true colors until the situation comes to the surface, right? But they're very cunning, they're very sly animals, right? And they will attack when they have to. So they are foxes, they're very sly. So there is somebody from whom he is trying to move out, and this person or this energy knows that there is a new beginning that he is trying to work on. And they are being very sly about the situation. Okay? That they know that he doesn't have that stability because he will lose that money, the property, if he leaves a third party contract, right? But at the same time, he can start something. And the fox knows that. The fox is aware that if he wants it, he can start a new situation right from the beginning. And the fox is watching that. Right? The fox is watching. So the spirit is trying to tell you that both of you guys at this point in time will have to be very careful because the fox is here. So if you do anything out of your sheer frustration, things can get out of control for him and for you. That's what they are trying to tell you here. Because somebody is aware of the fact that a new beginning is in the way. And that he is more than capable that if he leaves a situation with, like I said, with a third party contract or a karmic situation, he's more than capable of doing things again that this fox knows about. So the fox is very sly and is waiting and watching to see what is happening here. So that's why Spirit is saying you have to be very careful, Divine Feminine, around this portion. Don't communicate, don't talk anything, don't say anything that can create problems for both of you. That's what they're trying to tell you here. Please talk to me about the fox and the child. because somebody, is is very sly and knows, yeah, separation. See that the divine masculine is trying to separate here from the fox. Yeah, balancing the scales and bring back justice in the situation, right? Yeah, bring back balance in the situation. So is, they want a tender new beginning, the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Both of you guys want back your stability right from the beginning, and the fox is aware of that, because the fox is fearing that if this happens, let me tell you, spirit is telling you that if this happens, the fox, there will be a separation here with the fox, and the fox doesn't want it, right? The fox doesn't want it. So the fox is being very, very sly on this situation at this point in time. At this point in time, right? And could be making use of any given opportunity to again separate the two of you, to cause pain again. Because the fox is very sly, don't forget. So you have to watch for it. You have to be very careful, guys. That's what they're saying. Please talk to me about this separation. That the foxes knows the situation, that you all are trying to build back harmony or compromise over the whole situation, and the fox is not going to allow it, and will try everything under the power the fox has to break this new beginning again, to stop this from happening. Please talk to me about the separation. So you guys will have to be very careful around this portion in time as you are moving towards the situation here. The King of Wands and the Emperor. Yeah. He will have to work, and you will have to work in the same powerful way, both of you guys. The King of Wands and the Emperor, right? In order to remain focused on your work, in order to leave the comfort zone that he already has been sitting in and intuitively working towards his future, he will have to be very powerful, and he will want the same support from you as well, divine feminine. He will need the power of the emperor as well as the king of wands, right? So at this point in time, spirit is saying that don't disturb him, because he is going through a lot, because he is fighting somebody in his life who is waiting to separate the two of you again, or waiting to break his strength as well. Because this person or this fox knows that he's coming back into power. He's taking back his control. He's taking back his power. He is becoming an entrepreneur, right? He's bringing back some kind of discipline into his life as well, some kind of structure. Okay, and that is where the new beginning is. And the fox is worried about this situation, because the fox doesn't like what she is looking at in terms of the divine masculine. She doesn't like. That's where she wants to break his heart again, break your heart, or break the new beginning. Right? So she will try every given opportunity here to break this man again. That's what she will try to do. And I'm saying she because I'm considering the fox as the karmic. Right? And that is where, because see, again, he is healing. He's healing and he's coming back into power. Right? So she's worried that if he comes back into power and takes over control of the new situation, then it's going to be a loss for the fox. So she's sly. She's very cunning. She's very sly. And she knows that this person's energy is slowly developing into something that she's not liking. So if she can tamper with his emotions again and break his heart, she will be able to stop the new beginning with you and him again. And that is where she is on her. She's on the lookout. Please talk to me about the King of Wands and the Emperor. And she's very sly. She will do things in such a way that you will probably not even know, right? So you have to be very careful with your words and communications at this point. Yeah, see, that's because he could be even changing his status quo here. The Hierophant. Yeah, where he was scared before, insecure before, right? He's changing his status quo. Could be changing, you know, the way he looked at the world before as well, right? Towards a new commitment. And this time he wants a commitment in the right way. Just talk to me about the Hierophant. Hold on, guys. Or there could be a mentor in his life who is teaching him how to bring back his own power here. Please talk to me about the Hierophant. Yeah, the Hermit, right? Lot of soul searching, lot of reorganization is going on. Somebody could be his mentor here. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, right? Learning to rework, learning to stay focused. Disassociating himself from other problems in life, where he has clearly seen what the other problems in life has done to him. The Hermit, as the Hermit, very analytical about the whole situation. Yeah, see the Eight of Swords. So he has to reorganize himself from the Ten of Wands, right? And he has to work very hard in order to clear his old karma. So he knows that he cannot get stuck in here, right? And he has to stay focused on the job in order to clear his head. Yeah, the King of Swords, right? In order to take a right decision in here, he will have to work very hard towards the situation where he has been feeling, very pressurized over this situation because he didn't know maybe how to do things right, right? So somebody is guiding him here. Somebody is bringing back that power with the Hermit, right? Where he's completely, trying to see analytically what it is that he needs to do now. How does he need to work? Please talk to me about the Hermit. So Spirit is saying that he's working very hard, and you have to give him time to prove, because he's working against an energy where somebody is very sly and cunning. So he will have to be very careful. Yeah, the High Priestess and the Seven of Wands, right? His inner knowing is that he needs his strength. He needs back his stability here. The Hermit and the High Priestess. And this couple, right? This couple, which is a spiritual couple, that's the twins, can together work again towards your own stability in life, right? But the thing is that it is the power. It's a power, right? It's the power that's bringing back that stability in this relationship. So the advice is that you have to keep your patience. Guys, you have to keep your patience, because he's coming out of a very difficult area of his life where he didn't know, he got stuck in the old karma, right? He didn't know what is going on with him. And why is that toxicity? Why is there so much of silence? There is silence, right? And that is the reason he's being pressurized to break open that silence with you as well. With you as well. Because there is silence. So Spirit is saying he's working towards that. There has been a lot of toxicity where you might have stopped communicating with him as well. That is putting a lot of pressure on him too, right? As well. So, what is happening is he's disassociating himself from this energy, right? Knowing very well that if you guys join hands together, y'all can fight all the oppositions together. That's what he knows, and that's what is happening in here. Okay, please talk to me about the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Wands. That two powers together can bring back the balance in his life, and that's what he can that if there is somebody to defend him, to protect him, he can build back his stability here. Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Yeah, he's wishing for that. He's working towards that. He's wishing for this. So Spirit is saying that, again, it's a very spiritual thing that's happening in here. So you have to work, you have to understand that it takes time. Good news here. Yeah. For something good to happen, it is a matter of him taking his time to stitch up this relationship back with you. Right? And together, y'all can fight and defend each other when the time comes. That's what he wants to do here. He's looking for your help here as well. So Spirit is saying, and this is all because he's fighting with a fox, so he needs your help. He can't do it alone. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you here. Okay. Now the ultimate result is the tree, 5, right? Learning lessons, patience. It's all happening. Yes, time is going by. Time is a big factor. But with time comes the strength. With time comes the stability. With time comes the fertility, the growth, right? So the learning lessons in life is teaching a lot. It's teaching a lot to him, to you. So you have to learn to keep your energy in the rightful place, divine feminine. Because if you let go of your own energy and you do not control your own self, your own emotions in the rightful place, the changes cannot happen. If one of you feels disbalanced, if one of you move out of the balance, then it's going to be a problem. So there is a lot of hard work here too, at your end, to keep this balance on while you're waiting for things to work out. Please remember that. Okay, so with the tree, please look into this. With the tree, the ultimate thing is, let's see. Yeah, the answer is no. Things will settle down because why? The self-worth is important that he didn't have. Remember, this is all about him coming to the point of understanding that what he didn't have and why he went through so much of learning in his life is because of the lack of self-worth, new direction, right? So in order for him to take on a new direction in his life, he will want your help here, guys, to fight the fox. To fight the fox here. Yeah, because he's moving out of all the disruptions, of all the burdens, of everything that has caused a lot of stress. And he's looking at you to help him to fight off all the toxicity and the burden and share a part of his life stability, or bring back stability in this life together, right? So he knows, right? The learning lesson, the answer is no. It's all this has happened is because he didn't have his self-worth. The self-worth had gone missing in his life. He didn't have it, right? Please talk to me about the answer is no and self-worth. That's where he's lost a lot of time, lost a lot of things, because he didn't have his self-worth, confidence, self-esteem, right? So that's not helping him. He's realized that. The answer is no and self-worth. So now he has to, and this is where, see, the Ten of Wands, where he had lost his self-worth because he was stuck in a karmic cycle. Yeah. He was stuck in a cycle that was so toxic that he didn't have his self-esteem or his self-worth. Right? This is where, see, the Four of Pentacles. This is where he got stuck. All this is a learning lesson. His understanding why he was so insecure and out of his balance, out of his emotional balance, is because of this situation here. And this is where he figured out, where he's figuring out that why he had lost his self-worth. It's because of the fox, and now he has to work back in order to bring back his self-worth, but for which he will also require your cooperation to help him ward off and create boundaries in both your lives. Create boundaries so that you all can work together in the same energy. So this is a learning lesson, that all this has happened is because of his self-worth that had gone missing. Please talk to me about the Four of Pentacles. So they are telling you, Divine Feminine, the Page of Cups, where he could not make an offer. He could not propose to you. He could not say sorry to you. It can be anything because he was insecure about money. His own self-worth was at stake, the devil. There was a lot of restriction on this energy here, and he was not able to do things right. So it's a learning lesson over time. He's realizing. Just talk to me about the Page of Cups. It's a learning lesson. It takes a long time to come to this situation. Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Yeah. He will put the crown on you, or he will put the crown on himself. That's what he is working towards. Romance is in the air, Rose. Yeah. Everything is coming back, right? But again, like I said, this is the time where the blessing is required for you to understand why certain things are happening in the way it's happening. That's why I had to do this reading in order to give you the guidance. Okay, so take this guidance, guys, understand the situation and help yourself to help him overcome the problems that is going on in his life at this point in time. Enjoy this reading, Divine Feminine. Until I see you once again, till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.